The Lumiere brothers decided they didn't want to continue on in motion picture industry, so they sold their machinery to another set of brothers, the Pathé Frères.
So a little bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, well, you know, inside, essentially, this is the Lumiere camera. Okay, the same shutter, same type of gate and pull down. However, Pathé Frères listened to the cinematographers that were out there working and made some advancements. Number one, larger magazines. Right. You could use a lot more film and shoot a lot longer. You could adjust the focus and the iris from the outside of the camera. And most importantly, the addition of this parallax viewfinder. You see, the other camera didn't have a viewfinder. Right. You had to open the back door and actually look with a ground glass through the lens in order to focus and frame. With this camera, you don't have to do all of that. Assuming that you understand how this works, you can utilize this viewfinder for your shooting. Now, what's great is that you have a viewfinder. What's not great is that it's simply a lens and a ground glass. So like a view camera, the image is upside down. Right. And if you pan right, you're actually going left and vice versa.
So you need to rewire your brain a little bit.
That's right. It wasn't really an issue for the people back in the early 1900s, simply because prior to this, they hadn't had a viewfinder. So this is better than nothing, right? Way better than nothing. And in fact, Billy Bitzer, D.W. Griffith's cinematographer, utilized the Pathé camera and a viewfinder like this his entire career.
Even as the reflexes were changing.
That's right, even as the cameras went along and advanced. The camera that really kind of knocked a hole in this camera being the #1 camera in the world was manufactured in Chicago. Isn't that unusual? You don't think of Chicago as a hub for motion picture industry, but there were quite a few companies up in there. This is the Bell & Howell 2709.
Wow.
All right. Now, one immediate advantage over the Bell & Howell, over the Pathé camera was that it's a metal camera, right? The Pathé camera was wood, and they had some issues when they started going out into the jungles and forests, in that those wooden cameras were put together with hide glue, and bugs love eating hide glue. So there are numerous stories of cinematographers waking up the next morning of arriving in the jungle and their cameras in pieces because all the hide glue had been eaten. So metal body camera, much more resilient, right? Yeah. And monster advance, multi-lens turret. So it's a 4-lens turret. What made this so fantastic is that you just have to pull out this and you can change the lenses.